guest for this episode is the talented and extremely unpredictable Glen Nelson.
How do they make this glass so thick? Hey, look everybody, it's Glen. Come on over, Glen.
Hey man,
How's it going? Long time no see.
Paul, good to see you, man.
Good, man. Have a seat.
Nice to be at the bar.
Finally.
It's good, man.
Yeah, he's all perpetual.
All right.
I see you brought a couple things there. What do you
I
have?
brought a couple of beers that I like, some IPA, some hot sauce.
Oh, well, let's get started right away.
All right. A Flower Power from Ithaca Brewing Company, upstate New York. Wonderful light IPA, a very drinkable IPA.
Okay. I will give this a go right now. Well, first, customary, I have to do your shot. I put a lot of thought behind this. We've known each other, actually, for a while.
Since college.
Since college. So I started up in 91.
You're younger than me, so I graduated college in 93. You were about
Right.
2 years behind me.
Yeah,
But we were in the practice rooms together in Whitehall.
that's right.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
But we weren't into Star Wars back then. We were into music and jazz, and we took that stuff very seriously.
Very much so.
And it was later in life that we discovered the mutual love of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's funny. And at a con, I just happened to have been, remember we were we friended each other on Facebook. You were at a con, I was at the same con, and I walked by in my biker scout costume.
Yep.
And that's when we started talking.
You were like, "Hey, Glenn," and I'm like, "Hey, biker scout." I remember. Brian, I think, knew who you were.
Straight off.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight
You were
off.
better friends with Brian, I think, in college.
Yeah, I'd given him a bunch of transcriptions to a bunch of Van Halen solos.
Yeah.
That
I
was
hate Van Halen, by the way. Totally kidding.
This is something that I've been concocting. Now, I am going to attempt to shoot this with you. I call it...
Glen's red hair.
used to be red, anyway.
Well, we can all dream. Look back on
remember
those glory days.
when they had hair. Yes. Well, we all get older, Paul.
We do.
It's your turn's coming soon.
It is. Well, I'll tell you, when I hit 42, everything started going straight downhill. I mean, physically, I look amazing, except for this gut that I can't make go away. But,
Beer.
Damn.
And wings.
And wings, and
I love you so much.
cigars, and guitars,
The
and
finer things in life.
cars. Anything that has the letter R in it.
AR in it
is good.
Yeah.
All right, Glenn. Here is your Glenn's red hair.
I'm very excited. To Glen's red hair. Cheers. Cinnamon. Heat.
Yep.
Very pleasurable.
Actual atomic fireballs were in this drink.
Taste.
When I went to stir it today, they didn't clank anymore because they melted in the concoction that is that shot.
That's a lovely shot.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Lovely.
Let's get drunk. I found this out 2 episodes ago from a guy named Jay DeConte. He's a bit of a beer snob. Mm-hmm. Can or do you want a glass?
I'll have it in the can.
We'll have it in the can.
Sometimes I like it in the can.
Oh, yikes! Oh, yikes!
How about your married life? Does the can give good head?
Thank you. We live in Michigan, right? Cheers.
Oh, this is going to be fun. When did you start playing any sort of music whatsoever in a serious way?
Started taking piano lessons when I was 8 years old because my mom played the piano.
Okay.
And she was sort of hobbyist, but it was very, like, she would play at night for us to go to sleep. It was very calming and very inspiring. And my mom was the one who played me the Beatles. My dad played Beethoven.
It's so funny how that's the start for so many people.
Yeah, well, I had a nice little mix because my parents were divorced. So my dad would sit me down with the headphones and say, this is Beethoven, this is Mozart. He had a good sense of classical music. My mom liked the Beatles. In fact, that's all we listened to for about 10 years, and was the Beatles. So I had that going for me. And then on the other flip side, we had John Williams, very powerful influence on me as a young kid too. So those 3 things made me want to play music, be a musician. So, and then I discovered drums, Van Halen, Rush. I wanted to be a
all the
drummer.
things that we have in common, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to be a drummer, so I was very hardcore into Neil, Alex, Ringo.
Yeah.
Very hardcore.
Okay.
And then I heard Yes, 90125, and Van Halen.
Yeah.
Jump.
Yeah.
And
2 very 80s sounding albums.
Something clicked in my head.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to play keyboards, get back to piano. been a good
So
life.
you started Western Connecticut State University, that is. At what year is it?
89.
89. And that's right, I started about 91.
Yeah.
What got you in? So did you just go in as a music student, performance major, or what happened?
That's a great question. I was not a serious high school student.
We have another thing in common.
That may come as a surprise to many of you. And I got into WestCon on a scholarship based on my musical talent. Amen. And I have to thank my dad for that, for really pushing me hard and making me do it. Actually, in college, I really didn't party much at all. I took it. We were very focused on a practice thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about you personally, but for us and Brian and my friend, focused on jazz. You know, Richie Hart was very inspiring.
Hey, Rich.
Hey, Richie.
We'll say hello.
Really inspired us to get out there and gig way before we had any right to be gigging.
Right, no mileage yet.
So what was funny, Paul, is that it took me 6 years of being a jazz snob, beer, to come home and realize that I'd really come full circle.
Yeah.
It's all connected. Country, jazz, bluegrass, Grateful Dead, Beatles.
It all goes through the blues.
Connected. It's all connected. It's all the same 12 notes.
Sure.
And it took me a long time and a lot of money.
A lot of people don't understand
Learn
that.
that.
There's only 12 notes to play with.
Yeah.
And most of the time you're dealing with 7 of them.
Yeah. Not even
7.
12. 7 or 5.
Yeah, yeah.
I need your
Oh,
pants.
well, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
my rule.
Well, these are my skinny jeans. But why do you have those?
Wait, come here a second. This is how tall I am. That is how tall Glen is.
Yes.
We are both big gentlemen. Glen's a little bigger and he wears that.
Well, I like them tight.
They are, I mean...
They're extra tight. I like them really like in the crotch, like really like painfully tight in the crotch, so your balls are just really riding up hard. But other than that, I got nothing down here. Well, you can't see that.
But you can't see that.
But you don't even want to see that.
Now I look like I'm tiny.
So it's all good. How you doing? Well, let's finish the interview, and then we're gonna have some wings
And hot sauce.
we're really
and
gonna bake our noodles with some nice hot heat and some good beer. So thank you for
I'm crushing your brain.
Thank you.
Crush your brain.
thank you for coming to Paul's Pub, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my lightsaber, of my Luke replica lightsaber. Thank you for being here. By the way, here's my.
Oh my! I have to put a plate in there now. I have to do post-production work.
No, I'm being Ray.
Oh, now someone has to grab it. Wait, and then
And then you're just standing there like an idiot.
thoughts on episode 1.
All right.
Episode 1. Episode 7.
And there's your Force Awakens wrap up. Right
That's
there.
it.
Thank you.
That is the Force.
Thank you. All right, let's finish this.
Some pants.
All right.
So
All right, time for some hot sauce.
hot sauce. You want to? We're gonna do
All right.
your hot sauce.
I just want to say I'm kind of a hot sauce connoisseur, but these days the heat for me is not hot enough, and it's an affliction. I understand that, and I'm working on a whole nother level. But these days I'm eating the Blair's Beyond Death. Okay, so if you
You know what's funny? While Glenn is doing this, he picked out an album, or a cassette, Rush Presto, which is really good.
are you knocking Rush Presto?
I
on
think it's a
cassette?
fantastic album. I liked it when the Rabbits fought.
It defines my college years with Stu. Anywho, so we're gonna eat some of this hot sauce, and if you can look here, you can just have a smell. Just smell. Just smell. It's so gross.
This show is completely changed. For an hour and plus, we've been talking about music. People, I have to edit this. People are like, "This is the most boring thing." Now things get good.
Okay, but now I'm going to eat this because this is a podcast and this is a video podcast, and I want you to know the depths of the depravity that I have succumbed to. So here we go.
No, so we're not going to put this in. We're going to put this in a cracker.
You can put whatever you want on a cracker. I'm going to go for it, but if you're not trained like me, you might want to go easy.
I'm
But
drinking
Richie
stout.
Hart, this is for you, buddy.
Richie Hart's going, "I've never taught these guys They can't play jazz.
Ricky Hart had a lot to do with my love of heat. So be careful.
All right, we have equal amounts. Why am I doing this?
So good.
Oh, for all that is good and holy. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
What do you think? Hear me. It's almost like hearing
Rush Presto.
Rush.
Ow! Ow!
Presto on cassette. It hurts, but it's so good.
Holy, that is really.
Well,
Oh my
I
god!
wanted to hang out with me. I'm kind of weird.
I think I have to take my pants off now. It's getting hot for me. Woo!
With time, and sweet time, the burn will go away.
Oh, thank you for Irish cream. Oh god, that's really hot.
I'm so sad.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna go back and forth.
The burn is so good. Hold on.
Oh.
This is
Wow!
This is Glen Nelson for Blair's Beyond Death Hot Sauce from High Adventure. I want you to know something. That when I need that capsaicin burn, the true pain, the pain that makes a man weep and makes his brain pan sizzle, I reach for Blair's Beyond Death Hot Sauce. The ultimate hot sauce that makes you wish you weren't born for a short time.
Probably dying, yeah.
But you too can feel alive if you drink it, or if you have it on your food, or put it on a wing, or perhaps in some pasta, or in a soup,
Or in a hamburger.
or in a hamburger.
Or
It's,
meatloaf.
or it's quite lovely. If you eat as much as we did, you're gonna feel some pain.
Oh my god.
And that's why God made beer.
You didn't make it with enough milk. Oh.
And that's why God made beer. Do you understand? Are you reading me? And Star Wars,
I have to change my pants.
and music, and women. They were the finer.
Happily married.
Yes, I am. There were the finer things in life.
Did you say fire or finer?
The finer things in life. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm being tortured by hot sauce.
I think when you're speaking. You know what this is like?
Mm-hmm.
This is what it would be like having oral sex with like a Colombian drug lord.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oh my god.
And what's even weirder is we're going to leave now
And have more.
and go eat some hot sauce and some wings and some beer.
Oh my god.
But we want to thank you.
My gums are numb.